Hey guys, welcome back. It's John Murphy. Of course, you know that. That's why you're here. Uh, sorry. The scariest part of this is always when I have to hit the start button to record because I don't plan out what I'm going to say. I don't write it out ahead of time. So it's always scary when I hit start. I'm like, okay, well, just start talking and see what happens. Um, it's Sunday night. May 2nd, as you will know, because I'll put this out right after I'm done. But I don't know, it's been fun. I just came home from a show in North Hollywood, which was way better than I ever expected. There was a really big crowd. It was outside, but it was fun. Comedy's coming back, I guess. It's good. I hope it continues. It seems like it's going to continue, but then you just hear these like weird stories of other. Oh wait, sorry, I was checking my mic. Should have done that before I started. Just weird stories of other places that are shutting down, and I don't know. So it's a little scary. Uh, but I'm sorry. Hold on one sec. I feel like my mic is not correct. I should have done this before. Is it good? A speaker, speaker, microphone. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this works. Um, yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I did a show in Fresno last night and it was good. It was fun. It was in a theater. Somebody rented out a movie theater, which is what people are doing now, I guess. Um, but it was just weird because I mean, it was like 10 people there, and like a lot of them were teenagers, and then they were eating popcorn and candy as if they were watching a movie. And they had all the lights on, and it was fun. It turned out to be fun. It was just, I don't know. I was in a hotel that I've stayed at before, that I've actually stayed at. This is probably my third time staying at this hotel, and it's a shitty hotel. It's a really shitty hotel. It's sandwiched between the freeway, like it's literally a couple feet from the freeway, and the other side is a railroad track. And it's just a shitty hotel, really bad. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen the pictures that I posted. Uh, I wouldn't have I even stayed because Fresno is about 3.5 hours from my home, but I've seemed to develop this weird fear of driving home late at night by myself, which I don't think I had before COVID. And I've suddenly gotten like way more fearful for some reason. I don't know what's happened to me in the past year. I don't know if it has to do with COVID. I don't know if it's just age. If you follow, if you've been watching all of the episodes I've put up, you may have seen that I talked about my brain kind of fucking with me, walking over bridges, and with the child that I babysit when I had this fucking weird day that my brain was gonna tell me I was gonna hurt the kid. And then it happened when I was driving home from Fresno today, and I've just never experienced this. And I've before I really don't know if it has to do with COVID. I think it has to do with age. I don't even think it has anything to do with COVID because it doesn't relate to COVID at all. But I have driven miles and miles by myself and never had a problem. I've driven home from shows at midnight. I've never had a problem. Now, for some reason, I'm like freaked out about driving at night. So I stayed the night in that shitty hotel and I drove home this morning. I left at 6 a.m. as soon as I woke up because I just did not want to stay another moment with the possibility of bed bugs coming home with me. And I drove over the Grapevine, which, if you live in California, you know what it is. If you don't, you might still know what it is. I don't know. But it's I think like 40 miles. I'm not positive how long it is of going through hills. And I've driven this 100 times at least. And today was the first time I was driving it. And you're at the top of a mountain sometimes, and there's railings, and the same thing happened. My brain was just like, swerve the car over the railing. I would not ever, as I've expressed. But I don't know why my brain is fucking with me hard in the last couple months, and I just held on to the steering wheel, and I was just like, I don't know why my brain's fucking with me. And I know it's fucking with me, but there's still a part of me that doesn't trust my own brain. And I'm like, well, what if the fucked up part wins? What if the fucked up part wins? I don't know what the fuck is going on with my brain. And I don't know. I have no answer. I know there's a lot of people that have the same fucked up brain. I'm just curious why it's coming on at this point. I don't know what has happened in the last couple months. There's no connection. My brain has always fucked with me. Usually it just tells me that everybody hates me and nobody loves me and I suck. But this is a new thing when it's telling me to drive my car off the side of a mountain. So I don't know what that's about. I have no clue. But the stand up was fun. It's literally just like all a mindset because it was not a great situation. I was in a movie theater with teenagers and but I was working with other good comedians and I went into my set just being like, just have fun. And I had fun. And that's what it's about. I had fun. So it's amazing that I can control my brain in that situation, but not driving over a hill. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I also I got a message on Facebook. There's a guy I went to high school with who like I hadn't heard from him since high school when I graduated high school 25 years ago. Oh, wait, no, not that long ago. How old am I? 20 years ago? 20 years ago. And I first got a message from him. I hadn't heard from him. And then I first got a message maybe like 8 years ago. And I hadn't heard from him since high school. And it was just kind of a weird mess. At first, I was excited because you see somebody from high school and you're like, oh, I haven't heard from you since high school. And then it got fucking weird. I was like, oh, okay, this isn't good. It's like when somebody suddenly tries to go back to the relationship you had in high school, because I had a crush on him, and all of a sudden he's like, so we should get together. And it's like, that was 20 years ago. Like, what are you talking about? And then they get angry if you don't feel the same way that they do. And you're like, bro, what are you talking about? It was a long time ago. But when he first approached like 8 years ago, then he sent when I didn't respond as he wanted me to, he sent a message that was like, you know, I can find out where you live. And I was just like, what the fuck? And it kind of terrified me a little bit, but then it went away. But then he just reemerged And he reemerged because of something. He'll just randomly like comment every couple of years, just randomly. He'll just like comment on something I post. So he commented and he said, "Come over." As if any woman would just say, "Okay. I haven't seen you since high school and you're clearly fucking insane, but sure, I'll come over." And then I didn't respond, so he commented on another post that just said, "You're looking old." And when I read it, I was just like, here we go. Even though in my head, I knew I'm dealing with crazy. And I was like, just, of course, you're not going to take that personally. You're dealing with crazy. Still stuck in my head all day long, which is fucking ridiculous. Because at first I told myself, I was like, don't write back. Do not engage with crazy. But I just couldn't help it because I just wanted to be like, fuck you. So I wrote back and I said, yeah, I do. Because I am old, bro. I threw in a bro. Couldn't help myself. I love the word bro. Because he was like, you're looking old. I'm like, yeah, that's because I am, bro. What do you mean? We're the same age. We graduated high school together in the 90s. I am old. I'm so sick of looking in the mirror. I do this every single day. I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh God. Oh, I look like shit. Oh, I'm old. And I'm like, yeah, I am. I should look like shit. I've been alive for 47 years. I hate to say my age on this podcast. I wish I hadn't, but I'm going to keep it because I'm going to be honest. I've been alive for a long fucking time. And I should look old. I should look as old as I am. And I don't think I look as old as I am, but I should. Why shouldn't I look as many years as I've been alive? Why shouldn't my face show the fucking emotional roller coaster? And my face should be a lot worse. My face should have fucking track marks all the way across it. Just fucking roller coaster track marks of horrid emotions that I've gone through. I think I look pretty good. Like to say, like, even the fact that somebody would try and insult me by saying, you're looking old. Fuck off, dude. You could insult me in so many other ways. You think my looks are the thing that I'm most worried about? It's funny that stupid guys think that that's what's going to hurt women is to insult our looks. I know what I look like. You're not going to insult me. You can't tell me I have a big nose. You can't tell me I have wrinkles. That's not going to insult me. I know. I'm aware. Do you know that we have magnifying mirrors in our bathrooms? That's what women have. That's what we know what our face looks like. You're not going to insult me. That just proves that he's a stupid fucking idiot. If you really want to insult somebody, go for it. Tell me I'm stupid. Tell me I've made bad life choices. Tell me I'm fucking insult my at least he could have at least said you're not funny with the which I wouldn't that would be just the same to me as you're ugly because I know I'm not I know that I am funny so that wouldn't help but it just proves how fucking stupid somebody is to go directly to a woman's looks. Have I talked too long about this? I apologize. I did not want to engage and then I couldn't help myself. I just had to do it. I just had to agree with him and be like, yeah, I know. I just hate how men think it's just so easy to hurt a woman. And it is very easy. But it's not that easy for a woman to hurt a man. I don't think we have that. Maybe if you're very, I don't know, if you're a very smart woman, you might know exactly. I don't know what the easy targets are. I know for men, they're just like, go for the woman's looks or tell her she's crazy. All women are crazy. Blah, 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 whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't know where I'm going with this. I will say though, in regards to this person, God, I hope he doesn't watch this podcast. There was something he said a couple years ago when he said he was like, when he was sending me some crazy messages, and I was just like, oh, whatever. I kind of blew it off. And then he wrote me a message. I mean, I clearly kind of got that he was a little off. But then he sent a message that was just like, I can find out where you live. And when he sent, that was a couple years ago, and it kind of scared me. And then today, when I haven't heard from him in a while. It's been a couple years. When he sent that message, just saying you look old, even though that doesn't bother me, I was just like, oh my god, this is the guy that said I can find out where you live. And he also said, one day I'll see you perform. And I'm just like, it doesn't seem like a big deal. It just seems like, oh, whatever. Like, if you're a guy listening to this, you might be like, oh, what's the big deal? He might show up at one of your shows one day. But as a woman, for somebody to say that, even to say, I'll see you perform, but to say, I can find out where you live because this day in age, eh, anybody can find out where I live. It wouldn't be that hard. And for some guy who's just the thought of it, just the thought of like coming home late at night and there's some fucking crazy, oh, whatever the fuck is going on. It's a terrifying thought as a woman to not know if there's going to be some fucking maniac at your door one day. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain uh to people who have maybe never felt like powerless. I'm saying people because I'm not going to say that all men have power. It's not like uh, a gender thing. There's probably a lot of men who can feel the same way I feel. So I'm not going to say it's just a girl thing. But to feel like there might be some crazy person that's just, you just don't know if they're going to show up somewhere and just, anyway, I feel like I'm repeating myself. Um, but yeah, when I got that message from him, it's just disturbing on so many levels. It was also disturbing just to know that somebody who I liked in high school, like, I don't know what happened in his life that he's now feeling like he has to insult me on Facebook. Like, when I read the messages, I'm not just like angry. I'm also like just sad. Like, what the fuck happened to you? Why do you feel like you have to tell me I'm old and ugly on Facebook? Like, what happened to your life? It's just, it's sad all around. I wish I was more of a bitch. I could just be like, fuck off. But instead, I'm like, what happened to you? I don't feel that bad for him, but I am, you understand what I'm saying. Anyway, if you never hear from me again, I'm just kidding. Nothing's going to happen. All right. I think that's all. It's pretty late because I did a stand-up show tonight. Exciting. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Thanks so much for tuning into this. I appreciate it. This is my therapy, and I feel like I'm gonna burp. Sorry. Yeah. Right. I feel like I'm gonna try and do more of these. I might not just do it once a week since I make them so short. Although this one was a little longer. But I might do it twice a week. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how motivated I get. Listen to Jillinoff with Christina Walkinshaw. There's a lot more laughs in that one. I love you guys. Bye bye.